What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be building the slat pull-out bed in the back of the Astro van. If you guys haven't seen the video where I did all this, I recommend you go do it. I put in the floor. I had to strip out everything first. I put in some kill mat. We cut plywood. It was a process, but it's all part of it. Today I'm going to be working on designing the pull-out bed, and I got a couple ideas in mind, but I think I've pretty much settled on how I want to do it. I have to work around this, and I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I'm just going to have the bed pulled down there as far as I can, run it back here about 6 feet, and it'll come out about 24, 25 inches, something like that. There's a bunch of videos trying to show you how to build a pull-out bed, and there are so many different variations, it's hard to keep up. They're pretty intricate, but I really think that I'll be able to get one done, get a design figured out. So that is the plan for today. We're just gonna jump right into it and get to building this bed. I'm just gonna throw down this heavy-duty blanket right here so that I don't end up scratching the floor. We've got it at 24 inches wide and 6 feet long exact. This is going to be perfect for what I'm looking for. For putting the frame together and all these types of pieces, I'm going to be using these 2-inch exterior screws. I think they'll work good for that. And then quite a few things that I looked up recommended these screws right here, these drywall screws that are 1 inch long for putting the slats on. They say that these work pretty good, so I'm going to trust them. We're going to do that, but first we got to get all of these pieces put together. Got her all framed up, it's all screwed together. The only thing I think I'm gonna end up doing is getting some metal L brackets going right there just for some extra support, but other than that, she's looking pretty solid. Turns out that from here, the bottom of this to the floor is about 10.5 inches, so I'm gonna probably frame out the bottom as well. Probably something along the lines of this again, and then we'll just have like a 2-story. I might not do the front and the back like that, but at least the sides, like the width. These guys right here, I think that's what we're gonna do. So the overall frame of the bed is done. I might end up putting another support in the middle, but for right now, this is what we're rocking with. Right here, I'll slide in for you can see why I did it, but right there I had to notch that out just so it could fit right there because I didn't feel like making the bed shorter just so it could fit. And I mean, once everything's pushed in where I want it, it ends up working pretty good right there for me. But we got right here a 6-foot bed, 24 inches across. A lot more work that goes into this stuff than you would imagine. It is so hot right now, and that took like a few hours. Like, I mean, it doesn't even look like a lot. You think you just throw it together? No, it's like an all-day thing. So whenever you get ready to do this, just prepare for it to take some time, because it does. wanted to make sure everything was firm and steady, and it's looking pretty good, looking how I want it. There we go, that's looking pretty good to me. I think it'll be strong enough. I was thinking about putting another support right in there, but really I think that's gonna be plenty. And now I'm gonna make the part that slides out, and I'm just gonna go along this and make the same shape. Alright, I got my sliding piece all good. Like I said, I pretty much mirrored that, with the only change being that I flipped this board sideways just so that it covers it a little bit better, and I think it looks a little bit cleaner. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a pull-out bed, and I think it's gonna go in the van really well. Now comes the more intricate part of this whole pull-out bed process. So right now, I have these put together with this clamp right here just to make sure everything's lined up. And then the part that was always confusing to me, because I never saw a video where people described it right, is that then you end up screwing into this board and then taking another piece and sliding it right there. It might seem intimidating, but now that I have it kind of cleaned up in my brain, it's not going to be too difficult. I just got to lay it out how I want so that it looks good, and I think that's going to be pretty much the hardest part. It would look the cleanest if I could have the boards that just go right here, so you'd have it drilled down here and here, but then it also overhang over here to cover it up. That would look the cleanest, but I've heard of people having a hard time being able to pull this out once that's stuck down like that. So I might just end up cutting them right to there. I'll have to think about that. Alright, so one of the videos I watched recommended these screws right here, and I'm gonna say I do not recommend those. And I should have kind of thought about it like that. I mean, it's not gonna dig in that far, and with them being drywall screws, they're kind of made just to go right flush with it. So I don't know who would use those, but I am not gonna be doing that. I have some of these guys laying around, and I think I'm gonna make these work for me. Alright guys, so since filming this video of putting this whole slat bed together, I've done a little bit more in the van, so I'm going to do my best to try to keep that stuff hidden so it doesn't ruin the next video for you guys. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you guys a better look at how the slat bed actually pulls out and how I screwed those separate pieces together. Then I'll also give you guys some dimensions of the slat pieces, the height, the length, everything to a T, in case you guys want to try to do it yourself. Here it is guys, finished slat bed. I've used it already in a couple trips and it's worked amazing for me. All I have to do, lift up a little bit, pull it out like that. You have your pull-out slat bed ready to go. We'll just go over this first row of slats right here. Pretty much what you're putting together here is that first box that you made So you end up putting it at the top here and here. The next pieces that we put together was our face piece right here, and then you actually end up taking a separate board and screwing it into that just so it can slide. Because if you screw it into any of this, it wouldn't be able to move. So obviously you need some kind of track to put it on, and that works really well for that. And so those first ones that we went over are roughly 24 inches, and then the ones that pull out are again 24 inches. From the floor to the top of my bed is roughly 13 inches. From the side up against the wall to before the pull-out piece is once again a little bit under 24 inches, but pretty close. And with the bed pushed in, it's roughly 25.5 inches. And then with the bed fully extended, it's about 41 inches and 3/4. I also added these sticky back felt pads right here. I think they'll help prevent any scratching in case I get like a rock or something on the floor and it drags out. I won't get any big gashes on it. But yeah guys, that's kind of my demo on how to build a slat pull-out bed. I've never done it before. I just took pieces from videos that I've seen on YouTube and kind of combined the pieces of each video I liked into one. And yeah, it's been really functional for me. I have some mattresses coming in the mail. They'll be pretty sweet. I've already been using it because I have a mat. It's not specifically for this bed, but I've just been putting it on there for the time being. And it's been awesome, guys. Can't wait to get more done in the future. I hope you guys are enjoying the van build. If you guys are, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.